Welcome to another edition of the Desopadec Weekly TV program. Today, you follow us on the tour of the projects of Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, Desopadec, in some parts of Delta Central Senatorial District, mainly populated by the Robos. It promises to be an interesting journey. You're welcome on board. Joy Uche is my name.
The purpose of an oil producing commission is for the people of the oil producing area. My message to the oil producing community is that any project that is done in their area, they should see it as their personal project. They should see it as community project. They should defend the project the way they defend their king. That is my message to the people of the oil producing community.
The Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, Desopadec, is saddled with the responsibility of handling infrastructure and human capital development in oil producing communities. Desopadec, under the leadership of Bashirun Askia Oge, has been rated outstanding in responding to the yearnings of oil-producing communities in Ethiope West, Sapelle, and Okpe local government areas of Delta State. Speaking in an interview with Desopadec Weekly TV, the member representing Ethiope West, Sapelle, and Okpe local government areas in Desopadec, Honorable Joyce Overah, said the commission has made appreciable impacts.
Like you will recall, the entire commission was truly put in place as an interventionist agency to kind of collaborate with government. Areas where government may not be able to come to assistance of communities, this especially oil-bearing communities, that's what this commission is actually established to cater for. And Sapelle, Ethiope West, and Okpe, are parts of these oil-bearing communities, especially Sapelle and Ethiope West. Before my coming in here as a member representing this local government, I know that Desopadec has done a whole lot.
Honorable Overah recalled that in time past, projects formulation and execution were solely carried out by the management of Desopadec without the inputs of the people. He noted that the current leadership of the commission has changed all that through consultation with oil-bearing communities who now determine the nature of projects they want.
In obedience to His Excellency the Governor's mandate and directive, the commission surely cannot work outside that. And we too bought into that idea, because the idea or the mindset of you sitting somewhere and saying, this is what I think they need, it's actually a misnomer. And so what we did under the able leadership of my MD, Honorable Bashirun Askia Oge, was that we called a board meeting, and in the board meeting we resolved that we need to engage the communities. And in Robo land here, the three board members and the executive director, finance and admin, Honorable John Nani, we took time, we met with the royal fathers, the president generals of our different areas, and we decided that a meeting be called where community reps and all that would be engaged. That meeting was held in Wellington Hotel, and because of the kind of pragmatic mind that our MD equally exudes, he was in attendance in that stakeholders meeting, where truly it was pushed down We are calling this, we are doing this engagement because we want a situation where the project that will be thrown up tomorrow should be a project that came from you guys, not us up here. And so we did that at Wellington Hotel, and I'm equally happy to tell you that the outcome of that, engagement has truly, paved the way to making sure that, okay, we'll sit down. There are so many, which can we, attend to for the now. It's equally went around in all other mandate areas, other ethnic nationalities. Isokos did theirs, Ijos did theirs, and all that. And I must tell you that it's working out. We're getting, respite from the communities.
The Robo ethnic nationality has 3 members in the Desopadec, representing different oil-producing communities. These communities are entitled to 21% oil production quantum of the Robo nation. Honorable Overah gave insight on how the funds from the 21% could be equitably distributed without rancor.
The Robos today have 21%, and what normally happens is that once it's, drawn, the entire three members, sits with the ED to look at it, what's the figure. And like you said, Robos, we have about 10 local governments really, because we are adding Patani, because there are Robos in Patani, and then even the Robos in Warri South. So we're looking at about 10 local government areas out of 25, And so it's normal. We share this money amongst the 3, because each of these persons represents, the local government. For instance, I represent 3. My brother from Ethiope East, Ugele North, and the Patani, area represents 3 too. So we share it among these, 3 persons. That's what we do.
Coming to the Desopadec board with a wealth of experience from the legislative and executive arms of government, Honorable Overah assured oil-producing communities in his mandate area of fair representation.
Whatever position I find myself today is representing them. I'm just standing the gap for them. His Excellency the Governor thought it. I said, well, this young man, let's put him here for the now, to represent his people, not to represent himself per se. And so I always have this engagement with my people. And clearly, what I am, truly looking at doing is to making sure that, 1, the people of this area see us in government as part of them. They cannot, divide us. We are they are us, If there are few projects that are dear to your heart, that I truly say, these are key projects, let me try and make sure I engage my MD and the board. This project will truly have positive effect on my people. Let's see how we can get funds here to truly make sure that this is done. So if it is done, yes. For instance, while I was in National Assembly, the singular fact that I came up then with the Marine Committee to sapelle twice. One was the Marine Committee, the other was the Legislative Compliance Committee, to making sure that sapelle seaport comes back to stay. It endeared me. Nobody moved it, but I did, because I know that the seaport ordinarily is a galvanizer to economy. Whilst I'm here, I should be able to say, under my watch, these roads were constructed. Under my watch, these areas that had no lights had, lights. For instance, almost every area in our climb here will have this problem with transformers. That's an issue. Last 2 weeks, I went around to my villages to distribute notebooks. And I discovered that some schools don't even have uniforms. The kids come in, mufti. And I said, I have asked that we are going to prepare uniforms for all those village schools. That at least will make the child know that my father could not buy it. Does not mean I can't go to school. And like I told them to, we'll be coming with, other, writing materials for them so that at least learning becomes an effectual thing for all of them. These are some of the things that truly, knock my head, and I pray that we can truly, work with it. Because you truly cannot build something on nothing. And so it is the intellect of these people that will help to drive your constructions tomorrow. And so, as a commission, not just as someone representing sapelle now, we equally thought it wise that we need to start training our people on things to do to better their life, to earn living. And some time ago, I think it was in November, we had, a workshop in Warri at the qualification Warri, where women were drawn from all over the oil-bearing communities to be trained in various, trade. That is an aspect of trying to build them up, to see what they can do to help themselves. On my own, we're actually, looking at doing things differently, trying to train persons in different men this time around, trying to, those of them who are interested in welding, interested in, the plaster of Paris, mason and all that. We're already, doing that, to train some of them there. At the end of the day, we only think of, empowering a few of them. This whole idea of white collar job thing no longer exists. Yes, a few jobs will be thrown up, but how many can truly, be engaged in such jobs? And so we are doing all that. And that's exactly why, too, His Excellency is doing his own with the Yagep and the Step thing. All to make, and it's working. We have a lot of them here who are truly on their own. Some of them have gone beyond the menial thing, or even engaging others and building houses for themselves now with that small start. So I think it's the way to go. And I, as a person, have keyed in.
The Desopadec Weekly TV crew visited some of the ongoing and completed project sites Honorable Joyce Overah highlighted. At Bini community in Ethiope West local government area, the Desopadec built a modern market to attend to the economic needs of the people.
The market is okay. The market is neat. The market is okay. In fact, the new one is better than the before. The before one, now road, they say, all those wheelbarrow that they disturb, they don't allow motor to pass. Everywhere was so rough, but now everywhere is okay. Thank you to the governor Okowa.
Before the intervention of the Desopadec, the markets used to be by the roadside without shops. This posed a major risk to the lives of the traders. All that is now gone, courtesy the Desopadec.
I would tell you that before Sunday hit us, with if we ain't on top of our head. But now we say the governor don't build all this place for us now. We did under there. If we ain't there for they touch our business, we did okay. Governor Okowa, we say thank you. The Desopadec. We say thank you for the old mission I do for us for the market. We appreciate you now. God go bless you.
God, I want to thank the Excellency Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, the governor of Delta State, for the work well done and the Desopadec in our market at Ugbenu, Overah, Ethiope West, Delta State. We are thanking them for the building they gave to us in the market.
The Desopadec also constructed a 3-kilometer road linking Ugbenu and Overah.
Before now, this road is unpassable now. Nobody can pass it with even machine or bicycle or a car. But now that the road is done, it is beautiful, fine, fair, sweet riding. I am from Erima company here. When I was going, it was fine. When I'm coming, fine. The Desopadec, through Okowa, they tried. They've done maybe 1 or 2 roads in Overah here. But I cannot mention them now. If not, they tried. It's a good government anyway.
Also at Overah, the crew visited the James Sibori Women Development Center, a project Desopadec single-handedly built to develop and empower the girl child. According to residents, the Women Development Center has been beneficial.
This building here, they have been using to train the women. Actually, many times, I've saw it for many times now. They have been using to train the women, skill acquisition, some other things they are doing here. I thank the governor, so much thank the governor, SLSC Governor Kowa, Ifeanyi Okowa, so much thank it for the skill acquisition that he has brought to our community here to do so, to help the women, to train the women, to do something things to make us to happy inside the community. I have so much thank it, and Desopadec too. I still thank them.
It's good now. When I see how happy, because we dey train pikin. As we dey do our pikin, they go. As they put this one for here, when the people call them, me Alaka. As they do this one for Garaso, Alaka say, person when you do, na better thing I do. As you don't do, I'm already now. We want say make it do, make it people call them. The thing where they do, is good. They try, because. Probably Morocco Satogodo, I try because the Ogana, the big they go so. As they big they go so. As they do this one for years so. I try them. As they do say, me, women for Ghana, I don't say the thing where they do is good.
At Sapelle, the headquarters of Sapelle local government area, Desopadec has transformed a refuse dump site to a major road known as a Wolowo Road extension, boosting the economy of the area. A visit to Warren Farm and Ozwe Secondary School, both in Sapelle local government area, showed that Desopadec has improved the standard of education in the area and also made efforts to develop agriculture.
We are in Warren Farm, so it has a vast acres of land. This area is one of our concern because the farm is so vast. We have about 6 penthouses designed for poultry. Then we have a fish pond, about 6 or more fish pond. Then we have a cassava mill. There are cassava mills there, unutilized. So I will want the Desopadec, as they have been doing in the kind gesture of our able governor, His Excellency, to look into the issue, to see how this project can be fully developed so that it can be utilized. Like we went around and the community people, they are very, very eager to see the project completed and fully in use. Because if the project is completed, the lives of the youths here will be improved. They will get employment, and Overah will become a popular nation, a business nation where people can be coming and buying food. So I will appreciate if Desopadec in its kind gesture as usual go ahead to boast this project to make sure it's fully utilized. You can see the road leading to the project is fully tied. That was the effort of the community to ensure that when the project starts, farmers will be able to send their products to the nearby villages for marketing. So we hope that this project shortly will come out in full to be utilized. Thank you.
Teachers and students testify to the benefits of the classroom block sited in Ozwe Secondary School.
I want to say a very big thank you to Desopadec, and I want to say that after the completion of the 3-block classroom over there, it will to an extent help to, because initially we're not having enough classroom for the students, and I feel they'll be more comfortable. Teaching and learning will be better off than what it used to be before. I want to say a very big thank you to Desopadec for remembering us.
I want to thank Desopadec for all they have done for us. Before, we were jam-packed in one class. We find it difficult to learn. But now that Desopadec have provided us a new classroom, we find it easier and quicker to learn. So I want to appreciate Desopadec for all they have done for us, and our governor, Okpe. Thank you.
Yes, it's going to encourage us. It's going to give us encouragement to be able to learn well. Before, we were jam-packed in one class and it was uncomfortable. But now I'm really saying we are grateful. We are thankful to our principal and also the governor, Overah, for the new buildings of the school that they have provided. I also want to thank the Desopadec for making the ability of us learning, for making it to be easier, and also making my future to be brighter, because I've always wanted to become a pharmacist. And with these buildings that they have built, I really appreciate it. It is encouraging. Thank you.
My name is Agbare Jesu Kobiro. I have to thank the Desopadec and Delta State Governor Okpe, for the hard work I've been doing for us. Ever since when I came to this school, it's a small will be combined and set in one class, and even using one lab for 4 subjects. But by the grace of God, it's going to do more better than this. I want to thank the Desopadec because now we have new classes, 3 classes for more learning, and we'll not be combining each other again.
Of the Desopadec in Ethiope West, Sapelle and Okpe local government areas are visible beyond rhetorics. And according to the management of the commission, more dividends are coming to the people in line with the prosperity agenda of the Okpe administration. And this is where we end our edition for today. I want to thank you very much for being a part of the program today. You'll join us next week when we return. But before then, you can follow us on our social media handles showing on your screen. Let's work together to build a stronger Delta. Joy Ocheyi is my name. I'll see you next week.